Hello everyone, welcome to a new video of the indicator store of the series Do It Yourself. I am starting a new series of videos from the beginning for beginners. So how can you do with Ninjatrader to create a strategy, to automate your orders? Ninjatrader includes a lot of useful modules, and one of them is Builder. This one, Strategy Builder. It is included with all Ninjatrader releases. We select a new strategy, or we can edit one of the strategy that we already created. We can select from here and then choose any one, save as, or edit. Okay? But if we want to create a new strategy, just select new strategy, next. Then we select the name of the strategy. This name is the name of a file, so we cannot use spaces or special symbols. So let's use my custom strategy demo. Okay. Next. And usually we work always at bar close, and here we have more options, but we don't need usually to change nothing from here, because most of these parameters are also input parameters when you execute a strategy or when you use a strategy. So this will be the defaults of those parameters. Okay, so next. And now on the upper section we select new time frames if we want to use a second time frame, but today we are going to do something really simple for beginners. We already covered this, and we will cover this again on future new releases of sessions. So this is for time frames, or also second instruments, and this is for data series. Again, we are not going to use data series now. Next, and this is important because here is where we select the input parameters. Okay, usually we need a target and a stop. We want those parameters to be available for the user, so he can choose which target and which stop to use. And also all the input parameters, everything that you set inside input parameters can be optimized. But more about that later on a new video about optimization. So let's start by adding a target. Those are the names of the parameters. And for the target, I am going to use ticks. Okay, so it is an integer. By default, 10 ticks. The user can change it. And for the stop, also 10 ticks. Okay, and so on. We can add as many parameters as we want. We can use integers, booleans, double when we need a decimal number, strings, and times. For example, time to start and time to stop. Now, let's say that we want to automate the crossover of two moving averages. One moving average is fast, the other is slow. So we need a period for the fast moving average and the period for the slow moving average. So we can set the name of the parameters as period fast. I guess you cannot use spaces here. No, the input parameters are also strings, no special characters, but you can use period underscore fast. And by default we can try the 17 versus the 34. Okay, no spaces. So this is the default period and this is the minimum, okay? And also period slow 34. And then we can also set variables. Okay, previously on the previous page we have custom series. Okay, so we have custom series and variables. For this setup we don't need any of them, so I am going to explain on following post when we need to use them, or you can watch older videos where I use data series. Okay, on the following tab then we have the conditions. Okay, so we have unlimited set of conditions, and each time that we add a condition at the top, when the condition is true, we can execute an action. For example, on the set number 1, I want to detect, and we click on add to add one of the conditions, that the line, the fast moving average is crossing above the slow moving average. Okay, so all the conditions are composed by 3 sections. The left section can be an indicator, any of the indicators that you have installed on your platform, a part of the price, the high, the low, the close. Those are settings from the strategy. For example, if I am long, which is the current P&L, the current position size, and then miscellaneous, for example, to place a number. Here we can find the numeric value. So for example, if I want to detect when a fast moving average crosses with a slow moving average, we can do the example here. So we can add 2 exponential moving average. No, EMA and EMA. One is 17 and the other in color red, and the other is 34. Okay, so we want to detect those crosses. For example, this one. So on the code we add the condition that the indicator EMA has only one parameter, the period, and we can set a number or click on set and attach to one of the input parameters that we defined at the beginning. And I want to use the fast period, so I click on set, user input, and those are all the input parameters that I defined on the previous window. So period fast, and on the right the other moving average, indicator EMA, and here period slow. And I want to detect when this moving average crosses above the other moving average. And this is optional. We can also draw the indicator on the chart. This indicator with color, for example, red, and this indicator with color blue. There's no way to select the widthness, the width or the plot style, just the color. So I guess it draw a line with a width of 1 pixel. Anyway, this is not the important part. The important part is that it executes orders, okay? Now, when this is true, I can execute an action. And the available actions are drawing a signal. Okay, there are a lot of signals. Usually we have objects, okay, for example, an arrow down. But the objects are more complicated to draw because we need a coordinate, a vertical position. The vertical position can be over the bar, below the bar, etc. The easiest signal to draw is painting the background. Set background color in color blue. Okay? We can also send an email, play a sound, and in order management we can execute an order, enter long. Usually I suggest when you are creating a logic, just draw a signal. Then you watch if the signals are correct, and finally add orders. So now that we have the longs, the shorts are simple because it is the same but inverted, so we can right click this tab and select duplicate. And now the only difference on the conditions is that the fast moving average, what we have on the left, crosses below the slow moving average, okay? And really we don't need to plot those lines because they are already plotted. And when this is true, paint the background in a different color, okay? So with that is enough. We can click on compile. And now the strategy is ready. It is not placed in order because we have not entered any order. But we can apply the strategy to the chart with the menu strategies. The name of this strategy is my custom strategy demo. Okay, double click. So now when it is at the bottom, we can select the parameters. The target is not used by now, the stop, and the parameters that they are used. The fast moving average and the slow moving average. And now we can apply. So the strategy is attached to the chart, and we can see this banner with the name of the strategy and also the parameters. And the letter D is it is disabled. And also we can see that on the control center under the tab strategies. So we can enable the strategy with this option and click on apply, or also from this section. Here we have the signal. We can also enable and disable from control center. It is faster, okay? And now we can see all the signals. Finally, when we decide that the logic is doing what we want, we can add orders. For example, we can keep painting the background and add another action, for example, enter long. And on the second tab, where it paints the background in red, we enter short. And now that we placed orders, they are naked, so we need to add target and stops. So on the following and last option, we can add a target expressed in ticks, because this is how we define the input parameter target in ticks. And the value, we can attach the value to the parameter target. Okay? The same for the stop. Add stop in ticks defined by the input parameter stop. Okay? Okay. And next, finish. So we have finished the strategy. And now when we enable the strategy, we can see that we get orders. Okay, there's only one long here, and here a short. If you are not getting these drawings, the trades, those are historical trades, calculated historical trades. If you don't see the trades, then maybe you need to enable that. Right click the chart, go to data series, and the last option at the bottom is plot executions. If you have this on do not plot, then nothing is visible. It executes orders, but the orders are not visible on the chart. So again, right click, data series, at the bottom, text and markers. Okay. And now this strategy will execute orders in live also, and you can also use this strategy with Strategy Analyzer to optimize the parameters. More about that on the following video. For more details, you can read the blog that we have. I will add the link to this blog on the description of this video. Okay, so you have the step-by-step and also some videos inside. Okay, thank you everyone. See you. Bye bye.